Chris, so one question I want to ask today is for veterans that are transitioning from the military to executive roles in the civilian world. How do you transition from being that military officer, that non-commissioned officer, and now you're moving on to the civilian world and as a role as an executive? It's a different game. What do you do?
Great question, John. And I guess what I would say is, number one, lose the jargon. You know, the military has many acronyms that they use, and you need to ingrain yourself in that new role, in the civilian world, whether it be how you dress or whatever. Number two is don't lose the leadership lessons that you learned in the military. Those are things that you have learned, and those will go with you forever. And the third thing is you've got to be confident. Know that what you've done and what you've accomplished is extremely important, and you should be very proud of that. And don't feel like you're a lesser of a person. That should be something that you're extremely proud of, and that you should champion, is the fact that you served in the military and that you are part of something bigger than yourself.
Yeah, we hear that. We hear that Bob in IT was a Sergeant First Class Special Forces Purple Heart recipient, and we didn't know.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes to let the organization to know that, and then we find out, guess what? Marion Accounting was in the Air Force, and so I think that you're right. You can't use the jargon. You can't use the acronyms. In between the services, we don't even know what they mean. Right? We have different acronyms, but in the civilian world, I think, to maintain that pride, that leadership, and that camaraderie.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You bet.